Welcome back to We Connect. Thank you for staying right here with us. And right here with me still is my guest, Brandon Bays. She's a mind-body healer and has a very interesting subject to talk about. Now, you were talking about the fact that you started on this journey. Now, I need to draw you out. What do you mean when you say journey?
Right. Well, after I left that doctor's office, I immediately did everything I knew how to do, which is everything I've been taught how to do, which is I went onto a cleanse, I went into 100% fresh and raw fruits and vegetables, and I went on to colonics, massages, acupuncture.
All the physical things.
All the physical things
Right.
I could do.
Yes.
I did herbs, I did guided visualization, meditation, I did everything, kinesiology, you name it, massage. And I was 3 weeks into my healing journey. And I was looking radiant from all the wonderful things I was doing, but my stomach was still looking about 6 months pregnant,
Right.
and I was still stretched as taut as a drum.
Right.
And I was beginning to panic because I knew in a week and a half's time I was going to have to go back to the surgeon.
Yes.
And I was going to have to let her do something that didn't feel appropriate to me. And I'd spoken to an oncologist friend of mine, and I told him, listen, I want to go an alternative route, and I want to get to the cell memory, the emotional root cause, only no one's given us a method. I've seen all the research.
Right.
I know that cellular healing is possible. I know how the cells work. I know that people have healed cellularly, but no one has given us a method. And I knew that part of my journey would lay in uncovering what was stored inside that tumor and really going through some sort of process of release and letting go. And so my oncologist friend, he said, well, I happen to know a massage therapist up in Berkeley who's really good with kind of helping you release things. And I said, I'll do anything.
Right.
I've tried everything.
Yes, because you're desperate at that point, aren't you?
I was desperate.
Yes.
I was desperate. And the most extraordinary thing happened. I was lying there just getting a massage, you know, and as you do, you start to relax. And suddenly it was like my whole life came crashing in on me. And I thought, my God, here I am certified in so many fields of healing, you know, medical, hypnosis, kinesiology, certified as a master herbalist in NLP. I mean, I was certified in so many fields, and I was in the field of alternative healing and integrative medicine and was actually teaching it.
Yes.
And here I tried everything, and I'd failed. And it was like my whole adult life just came crashing in around me.
Yes.
And I fell into feeling myself to be an abject failure. And something inside of me just gave up. I stopped fighting. I stopped trying to figure it out. I stopped trying to frantically heal myself.
Yeah.
I stopped trying to get the answers. I just
Let go.
let go. I surrendered. And I fell into a deep, dark despair and a hopelessness from this feeling of being a failure into such a bleak hopelessness. And I didn't even fight that. I let go, and as I surrendered, I ended up melting into a black emptiness. And something didn't even fight that. And I fell into this sublime presence of peace. And there was a light just filling the room. And I was just lying there getting a massage, and this light, this peace was everywhere, and it was an innocence. I didn't know anything anymore. I didn't know what questions to ask. I didn't know what answers to seek. I literally fell into the unknown, into innocence, and there was this omnipresence of peace that was just holding me, bathing me in itself.
But you didn't consciously have to do anything.
No, what happened is when I really opened into the emotion, it was like I fell into the very core of the emotion and into the next emotion and deeper into another emotion, and I ended up opening into my own essence, into my own soul, into that infinite intelligence, but spontaneously. This had happened. I opened into this omnipresence of, the only word I can call it is grace.
Right.
I recognize as my own self.
Right. Now, okay, so now you have explained to me what happened with you, Brandon.
But that was just the beginning.
So you continued to do this?
No. What happened was I was just lying there. Still, I don't know anything. And I was getting a massage. And just in this thought-free awareness, just in this presence, out of nowhere, prayer arose.
Okay.
And the prayer was, please, somehow let me be guided to uncover what's stored inside this tumor and to somehow release what's here. And I didn't expect an answer, and the prayer was released. And at the most unexpected moment, spontaneously, I was guided directly inside the tumor. I thought, it can't be the cell memory. It's a memory of childhood violence and abuse. And God knows, as a therapist, I had so long since handled that.
Right.
Put it all behind me.
Yes, you put in the back of your memory.
Come on,
yes.
you know, I've
Right.
done so much work on myself over all the years.
Yes.
And my thinking mind said, it can't be this cell memory. You know all about this memory. You've been there. You've done that. You've gotten the T-shirt on this memory. That's what my thinking mind said. But it was almost like my mind was saying that. But my body and my soul were saying, well, you may think you've handled it.
But you haven't.
But you haven't really. And so I asked, okay, I'll go through some process of release, like I'm trained to do it as a therapist, you know? And I went through a process of release, and I asked the piece that was so omnipresent still, am I complete? And the simple word was no. And I thought, you know what? I don't even believe this is the right memory. And even if it is the right memory, I don't know what to do to complete. And so again, I fell into a despair, but I let go into that despair. And again, I fell into this vast ocean of presence, of stillness that I recognized to be my own essence. And another prayer arose. And it was, please, how to complete.
Right. Unfortunately, on this particular program, it's time for me to take another short break, but I'm going to get back to you and ask you to very specifically explain to me, now that you've gone through this journey, you've self-healed, and what are you now advocating? You are having shows here, seminars here, and you've been talking about this thing all over the world, and now you've come here to India. So time for a very short break, and you out there, please don't go anywhere, because we've got lots more to talk about here on We Connect.